AB, why don't we make it ABC star plus BA star. Okay? So, step 1, is this a regular expression? Yeah, it's got pluses, it's got stars and stuff, right? Step 2, the one thing you really want to make sure you understand between now and tomorrow, is how do I translate this into strings, right? So this is saying the strings in this language either take this form or they take this form, right? So we take all the strings that take this form and union it with all the strings that take this form. You guys with me so far, right? So it says we've got a bunch of strings that have 0 or more ABCs in a row. Hey, first question you always ask yourself, is lambda in here? Yeah, right? Okay, so lambda's in this set. Let's just write some examples of what's in this set. And then we've got 0 or more copies of ABC here, so we've got like ABC, 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 right? The other one, we have, it has to be like in this order, right? BA, 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 right? So these are examples of strings in this language. And what I want to do is I want to do 2 grammars for this. I want to do a regular grammar, and I also want to do a context-free grammar. Okay. So for regular grammar, hopefully you have in your notes what does a regular grammar look like? You have like it's always things that are of the form, you know, you can go to just a string, right? Or you can go to, now this is where it gets tricky. I think it's a string and then a non-terminal, is that right? Or you can go to lambda, right? Is there anything else you can do?
Just a terminal.
Oh, just a non-terminal, right? We can say S goes to A or whatever, right? Okay. So if we're doing a regular grammar, it's much more limited than a context-free grammar, right? So so let's start by doing a regular grammar for this language, right? And then we will do a context-free grammar. Can I erase this stuff? Do I need to erase this stuff? Maybe not. So if we're doing a regular grammar for this, the first thing to remember when you do these grammars is that that vertical bar is just a shortcut to let us write 2 things on one line, right? So for example, if I write, let me just do this in the kind of notes area rather than in our thing. If I write S goes to A or B, right? This thing is just another one of those shorthands overloading this vertical bar that we use to mean everything in Foundations of Computer Science, right? But this just means 2 rules. S goes to A and S goes to B, right? So even though it kind of looks like we got 2 non-terminals in here, this is totally regular. That's totally legit. Everybody good with me right now? Okay. Yeah? Because this bar just means S goes to A or S goes to B. If we had another bar, you could just keep going. So if I'm trying to do a regular grammar for this one, if there's a plus, I'm combining things, I'm just going to say, I'm going to write a grammar for this one, I'm going to write a grammar for this one, and I'll deal with them separately. Right? So I'm going to say, you know, this one I'll just call A, and this one I'll just call B, and then I will deal with them. Right? So my first rule is going to be S goes to A or B, which of course is 2 lines. I'm just being lazy. Everybody good with this? I need lots of nodding, yeah? Okay. Now let's deal with the B part, right? Well, let's deal with the A part because it's on the A side. Okay. So we need to have, let's see. What is A? Well, it's 0 or more ABCs, right? So we could say, well, A could just go straight to lambda, right? Because that would be kind of 0 of them. Or we could have a set of ABCs followed by an A, right? because then we could just have as many ABCs as we want. And that doesn't look regular because I put that OR bar there, but you remember that's really, I've now got 4 rules up there. Okay? Is everybody good with the idea that there's 4 rules on the board even though there's only 2 lines? All right. And now I need to do the B, and I think the B is equally straightforward. So B goes to what? Lambda or BA. So far, so good? Okay. So that's a regular grammar. I think, did we catch everything? I think we did. Okay. That's a regular grammar for this language. Okay. Now, if I ask you for a context-free grammar for this language, well, one thing I can do is say, oh, poof, you're a context-free grammar, right? All regular grammars are context-free, not the other way around, right? But the context-free grammars are just more complicated. Right? They allow more complicated things, right? And where context-free grammars get tricky is when you have an expression that's not a regular expression, right? So if we had something like the set A to the n, BC to the n, such that n is a natural number, right? Not a regular not a regular language, right? Because we got these 2 guys matching each other. Yeah. So, given that it's not a regular language, we can't use a regular grammar for it. Okay? And at this point, you need to think about this bubbling out thing that I talked about, right? So for this kind of thing, you need to say, all right, well, these guys kind of match up, right? So I need to say S goes to something like ASC, right? So that I keep making more A's and C's. Or, when I'm done, stuff a B in the middle. Right? And there is another video on the web, in the foundation set of videos, that does some really hideous example where I've got lots of N's and M's and matching things and whatever, and show you lining stuff up.